Hi everyone, my name is John Avitia, and today I'm here with Sandro Pianconi from GKIC Mexico. We happen to be here at the Super Conference. He was our keynote speaker. But I want to kind of set Sandro up here because he's not just the CEO of GKIC Mexico, which is where we happen to be. He's also the CEO for a number of companies and partnered in many other ventures. And rather than me explaining it, I'd rather say, Sandro, welcome, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing here?
Hey John, thanks for having me. Yeah, so I've been fortunate. I am the CEO of GKIC Mexico, but I'm also, my day job is the CEO of Nery's Logistics. We help U.S. franchisors come into Mexico. We handle all of their logistics from their equipment to their food, and we deliver to them every week. So from 6 distribution centers with over 500 employees, we deliver every part of the country on a weekly basis and sometimes twice a week. So from Tijuana to Cancun, Mexico City, and so on.
During your talk, we had an opportunity because Sandro kicked off this meeting. He was the main speaker, the first speaker of a 4-day event. Now, when you kick off the business, you talked about scaling your business and how you've been able to reach this scalability. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the highlights of your talk?
Yeah, we talked about becoming an expert in your field, and when you are the expert, salespeople carry brochures, experts have a book, carry a book. So we talked about writing our first book, and then this is my third book on franchising. And so because of this book and some of the great things we've done, we've been asked to be a speaker at the IFA show in New York. So that's the big event, International Franchise Association show in New York, and we're going to be speaking on the State of the Union in Mexico. So I credit that to being a Amazon best-selling author.
It sounds kind of scary when you think back, right? What does it take to write a book, Sandro? And I think you laid it out. You made it sound very simple. You picked the business model, you became an expert in it, and the minute you became an expert, it started opening doors, and the only key to that was becoming an author. What does it take to write a book?
Yeah, well, first, I didn't just pick the business and said I'm going to become an expert. I knew enough in that business, right? So I already knew it, but I never considered myself an expert. But I knew the business in and out. I knew the pros and cons. I knew the numbers. And then when I decided to write the book, I became the expert. But I was able to do it within a day with Jorge Olson, which you're working with, to do the book in a day. It was all in my head. I got interviewed. I knew what I wanted to talk about, and it was really questions that people had. It's always the same questions over and over and over. So I took those questions, had someone interview me. It took about 5 or 6 hours, and we knocked out the book.
Awesome. And right now we can walk you through the process. We have a free report where you can get a report on how Sandro built a $200 million annual business, and that report can be found on bookaday.promocave.com. We'll include the link in here for you. Once again, promocave.bookaday.com, and you'll find a full report, as well as we'll walk you through the process. But I'll break it down because it's a very simple process. You fly into San Diego. It takes about 4 to 6 hours, so you don't have to be an author. A lot of people, just because you might be able to write a couple of emails, from an email to a book, it's a whole nother process, and it can take hours of your time, especially when you're scaling a business. The amount of time you take to write a book or write a good 200-page book, you could have been growing that business, multiplying the business.
Absolutely. And the thing's important is you don't just help them interview, you help them. Really, this book is a long sales letter. And so really we ask, before you even start, John wants to know, what's your business? Who's your avatar? Who are you writing the book for? What questions you want to answer? So this will be sent to your perfect client, your avatar, answering all their questions. And they help design the front cover, the back cover. As you can see, we offer special reports, a free trademark. So by just getting the book, they're getting hundreds of dollars of free content.
And not only does a book come out of it, you have an audiobook that comes out of it as well. You have a book on Audible. You get both the soft cover and the hardcover book. It'll be about a 200-page book by the time you're done, so it'll be a good quality book. You'll have marketing material because we record the whole thing on video as well. You can segment it. Some customers have been able to break it down to where it's a teaching course as well. DVD sets you can set to your clients and turn into a full shock and awe box. And I know that's something you're very passionate about. You spoke about that doing your presentation. You want to tell us a little bit about what this is?
Sure. So when a client, our perfect avatar, requests information from us, and we've talked to them on the phone, we know that they're qualified, we send out what we call our shock and awe box, that when it gets there, they open it, it has my book autographed, it has another book on doing business in Mexico, a 138-page book on doing business in Mexico, our PowerPoint presentation, yes, a real live PowerPoint, we don't email them, flyer, some articles, a brochure on our company, and an audio or video that we send out. So when they get this, we don't show up like anyone else. We show up like an expert, and they get to read about us and so on. And then when we have our meeting, we go to the next level. Instead of me flying out to visit with the client, I fly them out. I fly them out first class. I invite them to our offices in San Diego. We take them on a tour. We show them our facilities. And then we have a 100% close rate. So we don't need to close that many. One good client a year, and we're off to the races.
So imagine that, from emailing a proposal to having a full presentation delivered to them personally, a little bit of investing in your client, into the right client, because if you identify that, you only send this to your appropriate clients, but being able to turn that into an experience for 100% close rate. Sandro, thank you so much. I think you've added a lot of value here.
Good luck at the rest of the event. We've already learned so much in 2 days.
Yes. Look forward and stay tuned for more updates. Bye for now.